Resurrection technology bringing back the lost. A slow, echoing heartbeat, a flatline, silence, then suddenly, a breath. A man sits up in a cryo chamber, gasping, his eyes open. He should have been dead, but he's back.
Across the ages, resurrection has been the domain of myth and legend, whispered in hushed tones by flickering candlelight. But in the 21st century, resurrection is no longer just a religious concept, it's a scientific challenge. Right now, scientists are probing the delicate mechanisms of life and death, seeking to understand what truly happens when the heart ceases to beat. They are unraveling the intricate tapestry of DNA, searching for the key to unlocking the secrets of cellular regeneration. Imagine a world where cryonics, the practice of preserving bodies at ultra-low temperatures, is no longer a fringe science, but a viable pathway to cheat death. Picture a future where damaged organs are not replaced but regrown, using the body's own remarkable ability to heal itself. Already, researchers are making astonishing progress in the field of regenerative medicine, coaxing cells to transform into different types, to repair and rebuild damaged tissues. We are witnessing the birth of bioprinting, where organs are literally printed, layer by layer, using living cells as ink. But the holy grail of resurrection technology lies in understanding the human brain, that enigmatic organ that houses our thoughts, our memories, our very essence. If we can map the intricate neural networks of the brain, could we one day download consciousness onto a computer, achieving a form of digital immortality?
Let us imagine for a moment that we have achieved the impossible, that resurrection is no longer a fantasy but a reality. The question then becomes, who gets to come back? Whose life deserves a second act, and who remains lost to the mists of time? The power of resurrection, if it were to exist, would be the most valuable commodity on earth. Governments would undoubtedly seek to control it, to resurrect fallen leaders, to tip the scales of power in their favor. The wealthy would spare no expense to purchase more time, to cheat death once again, further widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots. But what of those who died too young, taken before their time by accident or illness? Would their resurrection be a priority, a chance to right the wrongs of fate? And what of those who died centuries ago, historical figures whose wisdom we crave, whose presence we long to experience? Would we prioritize the young over the old, the healthy over the sick? Would we resurrect the brilliant minds, the artists, the leaders, while leaving the ordinary souls to their eternal rest?
And what of consent? Can we, in good conscience, bring someone back from the dead without their knowledge or permission? What if they died tragically, their last moments filled with pain and fear? Would forcing them back into existence be an act of kindness or cruelty? The power of resurrection, if wielded unwisely, has the potential to create a world even more unequal, even more divided than the one we already inhabit.
Chapter 3.
But what if the key to resurrection lies not in reviving the physical body, but in recreating the essence of a person, their mind, their memories, their very being within the digital realm?
What if, in the vast digital tapestry of the 21st century, we are already leaving behind the raw materials for our own resurrections?
Consider the sheer volume of data we generate every day. Emails, text messages, social media posts, photographs, videos.
These digital breadcrumbs paint a remarkably detailed portrait of our lives, our thoughts, our dreams, our fears.
What if artificial intelligence, with its ever-growing ability to analyze and interpret data, could one day use this information to reconstruct our digital twins?
Imagine a world where you could converse with a deceased loved one, hear their voice, see their mannerisms, all recreated with astonishing accuracy by artificial intelligence.
Imagine accessing the memories of historical figures, experiencing history through their eyes, learning from their wisdom firsthand.
But would such a recreation truly be the person we lost, or merely a sophisticated simulacrum, a digital ghost in the machine?
Would it possess the same consciousness, the same spark of life that animated the original?
And if not, would it simply serve as a painful reminder of what we have lost, a hollow echo of a life lived?
The ethical implications of digital immortality are just as profound as those of physical resurrection.
Who would control access to these digital recreations? Chapter 4.
The prospect of conquering death, of reuniting with lost loved ones, is a tantalizing dream, a beacon of hope in the face of our own mortality.
But like all powerful technologies, resurrection has a dark side, a potential for unintended consequences that could shatter the very foundations of our world.
What if, in our zeal to cheat death, we unleash something monstrous upon the world?
What if the process of resurrection, imperfect as it may be, strips away the essence of what makes us human, leaving behind a hollow shell, a being driven by base instincts, devoid of empathy or compassion?
Imagine a world where the resurrected are not welcomed with open arms, but feared, ostracized, treated as abominations.
Imagine the societal unrest, the fear, the chaos, as the line between the living and the undead blurs beyond recognition.
And what of the AI we are creating, these digital minds that grow more sophisticated by the day?
What if, in our quest for immortality, we inadvertently grant them a form of consciousness, a will of their own?
Could they, too, develop a desire for self-preservation, a need to survive, even if it means turning against their creators?
The potential for disaster is all too real.
We must ask ourselves, are we truly prepared to face the consequences of our actions?
Outro. A slow pulsing heartbeat. A cryo chamber hisses open. A pair of eyes snap open. A whisper. I remember everything. The power of resurrection, once the stuff of myths and legends, is now within our grasp. But before we cross this final boundary, we must ask ourselves, is bringing back the dead truly a gift, or the greatest mistake humanity will ever make? The future is unwritten, my friends. The choices we make today will determine the fate of humanity tomorrow. Will we use the power of resurrection wisely to heal, to learn, to grow?